Good afternoon, everyone. It is Tuesday afternoon and still working on our hay. Just giving this now the final run of the Teddo. And it's turning out very well. There's only the very odd small green piece is showing up on it every now and again, but nothing really worth talking about. In yesterday's video, when I was turning it or tedding it out for the first time, I predicted that we could probably row it up today and bale it, and that prediction has turned out to be true. We could row it up and bale it today, but we're not going to. We're going to finish tedding it now, and we'll row it up in the morning and get some of this baled in tomorrow. Yeah, it will make some very, very nice hay. This field that I'm in now is the field up the other side of Dundalk from where our farmyard is. So it's about a 25 minute trip to it in the 6-4, which isn't too bad. Yeah, there's this 20-acre field, and then just across the way then there's also a 6-acre field as well, which has belonged to a friend of ours, and we've been heading it out as well and turning it for him. So 26 acres in total to do. I have to slow right down going through this part of the field because it is rather bumpy. Our DSB, our electrical supplier DSB, as you can see, they have poles all over the field. During the winter they came out and we're obviously changing some of the poles or doing some work in changing some lines or something, and they track the field everywhere. There is ruts in the field where they drove diggers and machines over it, and I'm not joking, they must be somewhere between 8, 10, 12 inches deep in places. So I really don't know how there hasn't been any tines broke on the Malone hay rake, because it has been bouncing through them yesterday and today, and apart from one tine that had a little bit of a twist in it, which I twisted back when I got back last night, apart from that it hasn't broken any yet. So yeah, we just have to try to be careful, try to remember where the ruts are and go slowly through them. So I'll just try and see where I am here. There's only a little strip left. I think we're down along here somewhere. Yeah, this is it here. Yeah, anybody who was watching the video yesterday, the 6-4 making a buzzing noise or a beeping noise every now and again, it was a warning buzzer. Starting letting off the warning buzzer yesterday when I was almost finished this field, and there was just a little note with it saying to check the alternator. So we got home last night, we checked it, and it was overcharging the battery slightly. So it's still buzzing every now and again. When we get home tonight, I'm going to have to take the alternator off, and I'm going to leave it in to get it refurbished in the morning. Nothing has been done with it since. There's more of our ruts. Yeah, nothing has ever happened or went wrong with the alternator since new. The 6420 is 2004 model. That was when we bought it new, and yeah, the alternators never give any issues up until now. So I suppose after 14 years it hasn't done too bad. There it goes now. It just says alternator arrow, CD low. Yeah, we'll take that off when we get home and get it sorted. It's a little annoying listening to the buzzing all day, but once you know what it is, and you just don't pass much remarks of it. So, took a little bit of footage, drone footage, of me walking there just before I started recording. So I'll put a few clips that I took up and put them together, and yeah, come back at the end when I'm finished. So we're finished heading, and any little green bits that I was talking about earlier are completely gone. So this is 100% fit for baling. But for a change, it doesn't happen too often in this country that we are under no pressure to get a bale before the rain. Usually you're baling the last of it up just as it's starting to spit rain, and it's a battle to get it finished. But not this year, it looks like. It makes a change. It's ironic that the year that we purchased the Ted Air, as Malone calls them, or Tedo, that it's probably the least turning or tedding that any grass has had to get to be saved. Usually you might have to turn the one piece of ground maybe 4 or 5 times to get it saved. Especially if it was a heavy crop, but not this year. Suppose now we've got 150 acres on, 200 acres on between all the runs that we've had to give it so far on the Tedo, and very happy with it. Had somebody left a message for me a few days ago saying they had issues getting it set out properly, that it wasn't cleaning the ground. But 2850, when I put it on it, I had to make no adjustments to anything, only the top link on the 2850. Probably because there is a smaller wheel on those, on the 2850, and it's lower to the ground, and the way the arms and top link is set up on it, it's there's more adjustment than these bigger tractors. So there's no issues getting it set up. It was like plug and play, just straight onto it and away you go. 6.4 was a little more awkward just to get it set up initially. We had to move the wheels forward a bit, which let the rake down slightly, and once I'd done that, then there was plenty of movement then on the top link to adjust the tines closer to the ground, or you could dig them into the ground if you wanted to. So but yeah, overall I'd have to say I was very happy with it. The same chap was saying that they were very noisy as well. I couldn't find them noisy at all. All you can hear when they're running is the hay going through them or grass going through them. The only thing that was a little bit noisy was there's a stand at the back, which there's a pin in it, and there was a bit of movement on the pin, and it would just dance along on bumpy ground. So I put 2 cable ties on it to stop that, and that just silenced it all down. And really bumpy ground, there's 2 levers here for a release it's just safety release for the side rotors, and on really bumpy ground they could dance about a wee bit. But in saying that, it's not like the back stand. The back stand, you could hear it over the rotors when it was running or you were using the machine. These here, there's very little noise out of them. You can hardly hear them, you know. It's very small, the amount of play in them. It's just the way it's designed. You probably could tighten them up a bit, but it wouldn't bother me. Be more interested in how more worried about how it worked rather than a little bit of noise like that. But yeah, overall I have to say very, very good, very strong machine, and I'd be very happy with it so far. But yeah, that's really it. So I'm just going to head home now. I'm going to take the Ted Air off, and we'll take the alternator off the tractor and get it sorted in the morning. Hopefully have it ready for baling then tomorrow afternoon, or maybe early morning, or early afternoon, should I say. Maybe hope to get baling around 12:30. So that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.